Hello and welcome to African Living Abroad. My name is Jamhuri and I'm here to share with you my cross-cultural and international experiences with you. So today I feel like a reporter that shows up after the storm has passed. And yes, that's what happened, literally. You see that snow behind me? It has passed. The big storm that we had last weekend showed up here in my neighborhood, and it was last Thursday, and it's in early October, and we had a crisis. Schools were closed. I work in a school, and we were called to say don't show up at work, so everything came to a standstill, and we had a storm all night on Thursday night and Friday night, and by 4 p.m. Friday, we were out of electricity. And this is what I want to talk to you about today, is how my African or Kenyan acquired skills of living in the countryside in Kenya come to use here in Canada for me. So I would say that no skill is wasted. Wherever you live, there you have those skills built in you. So our storm went out, and it was dark in the house, and because we don't have winter yet. Winter theoretically starts in late December. So this is fall for you and for us, and it should be fall until the 21st of December. And I'm saying here in Manitoba, that's just theoretic, because for us, November is deep winter for us, practically. So you can still see some really beautiful fall themes here. So now the storm has passed, and you can still see the nice, colorful plants there. So it's still fall, and it's a bit, it's come back to normal almost. Yeah, so Friday, we stayed without storm, and I just told myself, no panic. Do not panic, you've got this under control. And, well, what I would just say is, I'd give credit to yoga. My yoga practices are really helping me to stay calm. And I would just say, I remember, what would we do in Kenya if we had a crisis like this, when we have a blackout? And I just put all those thoughts back into practice. And I'll show you what the storm did that last weekend. People are beginning to clean up now. You see, the branches are broken, all broken. But one good thing in this community and in other neighboring communities, I noticed that the tree branches fell off and away from the houses. I didn't see any house that was hit badly. Even in our house, we had a big chunk of branches fall off, and they missed our roof. So I'm really grateful for that. So I had some candles that I'd collected in the summer. You know, I'm a candle collector, and I thought, well, we'll need this sometime. And so I did get myself ready, picked up the candles, lit them there, and a few years ago I had bought 2 oil lanterns, and I stored them with oil and put them in a nice place that maybe one day we'll need it. And it sure came to use. And for 3 days, from Friday night to Sunday night, we had light. And one good thing also that my husband did was to build a house. And when he built a house, he put in a fire stove. And he said, well, this is good for the good times, bad times, when we have an emergency. We can cook our food there. We can keep warm. And that's exactly what happened, because when it's cold in Manitoba, our houses are heated by electricity or by gas. And if that fails, you better be ready. So we we didn't have enough firewood because we get our firewood brought by another person, and we pay $100, $130 for a truckload, kind of a pickup truck, and we weren't ready yet. It's too early to order it. And guess what I did? And I went around to my neighbor, and I saw that some trees had fallen down, and she had some dry wood that she didn't need, and she let me have it. So I collected wood and chopped it up, broke it down, and we continued, made a fire. And my husband had some timber hidden somewhere, and he sawed that up. It was quite an adventure. And that's the same thing that I would do in Kenya. We grew up cooking with firewood, and that was life. And in summertime here, we barbecue outside, we use wood. But in winter, when we have a surprise like this, or fall, which is really early, well, I call it, we had a wintry day that day. And it's amazing the things that I learned in Kenya. They never disappeared. They just hid somewhere in the back of my mind. And when I need that, I just simply activate it, and it's there. So I would say that's part of my African livings abroad. And I hope that those of you who are living in Africa can also learn that we don't lose anything. We're always living here, going day by day, getting prepared for any emergencies. And yeah, that's it for today. I would just like to say, continue building your bridges, because I like building bridges. Even in these tough times, neighbors help one another. Our neighbors came to help us. We went over and watched over our neighbors to make sure everybody was okay, that they had some food. It was a time for sharing. Yeah, so that's it for me now. Bye.